What's up? I'm Mike, N2MAK, out to do a quick early shift POTA activation just before work here on a Wednesday, and trying out the WARC bands, and noticed a couple things wanted to share with you about some of the hamsticks that I'm using. Stay with me and I'll tell you all about it. Let's start with the park. First of all, it's cold outside. It's like 13 degrees. Sun's finally coming up now. But you know, I'm out here at a POTA twofer. It's the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor and the Genesee Valley Greenway State Park, and it's not even plowed yet. Fortunately, I got the all-wheel drive Subaru, so no issues there. But I'm trying to do this thing called WARC Band Wednesday. I just did a video on it, and it's as simple as just getting on the WARC bands on Wednesdays. Doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're doing it. But me, operating portable, I love POTA. Figured give it a shot. This twofer is only just a couple minutes from the office, so it's pretty convenient on the way in or the way home. But let's talk about the hamsticks, because that's more exciting than the 30-meter FT8 that I've been doing. I started out on 17 meters single sideband, called for like 10 minutes. Nothing but crickets. It might have just been too early. Nonetheless, switched over to 30-meter FT8. Just got 11 contacts in the log. I got to get into the office, but let me share this with you about hamsticks real quick. And this is nothing terribly earth-shattering or whatnot. I made a couple mods to my hamsticks. I carry hamsticks for 17 meters, 20 meters, 30 meters, and 40 meters. I love using the 17-foot telescoping whips. I have the one from Wolf River Coils. But, you know, you get in the winter where it's real cold, like it is now, or you start dealing with high winds, and I feel much safer just using the hamsticks. And so if I got to put a whip up for a quarter wave on 10 or 12, I'm not too concerned about that, because the length isn't as long as it is for 17 or 20. So anyway, you get the picture. But it's hamstick season here in the Northeast, and I wanted to make the deployment a little bit quicker. And so one of the things I did is I took out the set screws at the top section where the stainless steel whip is. And I have MFJ and then a Shark. The Shark hamstick is for 30 meters. The 17, 20, and 40 are MFJ. Now, the Shark is made in the USA, and it's a little bit different. It definitely uses the Imperial system where it's metric for the MFJ. And so I replaced those set screws with just like a knurled thumb screw that I can easily keep the whip and the ferrule, I think that's what it's called, already on the fiberglass rod portion of the hamstick. And I can just loosen that thumb screw to pull out the whip. I have it marked with a Sharpie, so I know the length to pull it out to, and then I can just collapse it in, and it's easy. It's one less thing to screw in, screw out. I do mod my hamsticks with the Shark quick disconnects at the bottom. I have the quick disconnects on my mag mounts as well. That makes it really easy, again, especially in the winter and the cold weather, to get the hamsticks deployed. But what I did notice, which was interesting, is that the Shark hamsticks are a little bit shorter, just a few inches shorter than the MFJ hamsticks. And for me, it actually makes a big difference. And the reason is the 30-meter hamstick I can easily put in the trunk of my car widthwise. Whereas the MFJ hamsticks, I got to set at an angle in my trunk. They won't fit widthwise. They're just a little bit too long. Now, part of the reason is because I have the quick disconnects at the end, and that adds, you know, a couple inches and stuff. But nonetheless, the Shark just being a few inches shorter, it actually makes it pretty convenient. So that's just something to think about. I'll leave notes in the descriptions, or I'll put some graphics up on the screen, or the measurements as far as what the thumb screws I used for both the MFJ and the Shark hamsticks are, in case you're interested in doing it. It's a quick and easy mod, and it's much simpler than having to use an Allen key to make adjustments, especially out in the field. And I can't say enough about the quick disconnects. I've been using those for about a year or so now, and those work awesome. And lastly, hamsticks can sometimes get a bad rap. I get it. It's a compromise, but I'll say this: I've had pretty good luck with them. It's not my go-to antenna, but I felt the need to kind of test them out now that it's hamstick season, and I checked into the QRP SSB net that Kevin K0KLB does on Sunday evenings, and I was able to get out to Iowa to Kevin and then down to Steve, the other net control in South Carolina, running 0% power on the ICOM 705. Yeah, 0% power. So I'm not sure what that's pushing out, if that's 100 milliwatts, 500 milliwatts, or what. But nonetheless, they do get out. The audio was absolutely fantastic. I was blown away at how I sounded with 0% power.
Yeah, when you hit the peaks, Mike, your audio just comes up and really is sounding good. But half a watt, easy copy, peaked out in S5. Go to 100 milliwatts.
November 2, Mike Alpha Kilo, 0% on the ICOM 705, QSL.
Roger, bumping up against an S2. Heard every word. Good copy on the 100 milliwatts.
Roger. I can't go any lower unless I turn the rig off, so I will call it at that. Awesome. Well, that's great news. Hopefully I'll get some disco lights, and good news for the hamstick, which I'll probably be using a little bit more the next month or two. Thanks so much for taking my check-in. Happy New Year, everybody. Glad to make it in. It's been a couple weeks, and I'll send it back to you. Thanks so much for doing the net, Kevin and Steve, and have a great evening. 7-3.
QSL, Mike.
Hamsticks can be a good option. They're not the perfect antenna, and I don't think the perfect antenna exists. If I find it, I'll stop buying them. I'll stop making them. But thanks for tuning in, and hopefully one of these Wednesdays I'll catch you on the WARC bands. I'm Mike, N2MAK, 7-3.